records and single entry. Okay, are you ready? Let's look at what are we going to learn in this topic. I will divide the lecture into two parts. At the end of the first part of the lecture, you should be able to define and explain the effect of incomplete records and single entry system. In the second part of the lecture, you should be able to explain the methods we used in calculating the net profit, which are capital comparison method and analysis method. Class, who can tell me what do we mean by incomplete records? Okay, good. So in our previous lesson, we've already learned that businesses should record all the business transactions systematically. For example, in the journals and ledgers. So, at the end of the financial period or accounting period, the financial statements can be prepared. However, some businesses do not do that. Some just do not bother to keep any accounting records at all, and some businesses just keep certain accounts which they think is important for them. For example, they just keep cash accounts or bank accounts. Some businesses do have a proper accounting or recording system, but unfortunately the records were destroyed due to fire or flood. If the businesses do not have all the accounting records, how are we going to prepare the financial statements? How are we going to get the information about the sales and expenses they incur? Does the business gain any profit? Or do they incur any loss? For businesses which only keep certain accounts, for example, cash accounts, account receivable or accounts payable, they use what we call a single entry system instead of a double entry system. The same problem will happen. It is very hard for us to prepare the financial statements. So we can say that when the businesses do not record their transactions according to a proper accounting system, it will be difficult to prepare the profit or loss statements and the financial position statements. It is very hard for us to ascertain, to assess the accurate net profit, and we cannot keep track of the business performance over the years. If there is any misuse of business money, it is also very difficult for us to trace. The question now, can we solve this problem? Well, the best thing of course is to keep a proper accounting record from the very beginning. But in the real world, we will have to help some businesses with incomplete records. So how are we going to do that? There are two methods we can use to calculate the net profit in this situation. The first method is capital comparison method, and the second method is analysis method. We will discuss these two methods in the second part of the lecture. That's all for now. Let's do the short quiz on what we have learned today. Are you ready? Let's answer the following questions. Question 1. Which is the effect of having incomplete accounting records? A. Financial statements could not be prepared. B. Easier and cheaper to run the business. And C. Performance of the business could be assessed easily. Question 2. Which is not the method used to determine net profit in accounting for incomplete records? A. Analysis method. B. Write-off method. And and C, comparison method. I'm sure all of you can answer the questions correctly. So at the end of this lecture, we can say that some businesses do not keep proper accounting record. Some only use single entry system. So as accountants, we have to calculate the net profit, and the methods that we can use are capital comparison method and analysis method. That's all for now. See you in the next lecture. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.